Hello everyone, welcome back to my last game review video for the regular season. We'll look at all the games that happened over on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we'll preview the first few days of NHL playoff game action. We'll get to all that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the Internet Hockey Channel. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Thank you for all your support. I would have never been able to do this without all of you guys, so if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below and don't forget to leave a comment on the comment section below so I can know what's in today's video. Now, as usually got into the game review video, I'm hoping to get a video on the Arizona Coyotes done in the not too distant future, hopefully being posted either tomorrow or on Sunday, but we got our last game review video for the regular season here to discuss. So first we're going to start, as we usually do, by looking at the games that happened over the past 3 days. There are 8 games that happened over on Tuesday, 4 games that happened on Wednesday, and 6 games happened yesterday on Thursday, so we'll get to all of those here. First, the Ottawa Senators finished the season off strong, beating the Boston Bruins 3-1, as they have won 4 of 6, and they finished the year with a 37-41-4 record, while the Bruins have lost 3 of 4 and finished the year with a 47-20-15 record. For the Senators, Chikrin, Zub, and Schmeichel, who scores first career NHL goal, were 3 goal scorers for the Senators in the win, while Zacho's lone goal scorer for Bruins in the loss, so balance there for Boston. Then we saw the Columbus Blue Jackets finish their season on a high note, as they doubled up the Carolina Hurricanes, who was sending a lot of players 6-3 as they've ended their 4-game losing streak and finished the year with a 27-43-12 record, while the Carolina Hurricanes had their 5-game winning streak end and finished the year with a 52-23-7 record. So interesting stuff there. For the Jackets, Werenski had 4.8 with 2 goals and 2 assists. Olivier and Gabranson both had 2 assists, and Goudreau, Delbel Balaz, who scored his first career NHL goal, Malatesta and Nylander also scored for Jackets in the win, while Teravainen scored twice, Kotkaniemi had a goal and an assist, and Burns and Nosen both had 2 assists for Hurricanes in the loss. So bad loss there for Carolina, but it didn't really matter to them. Then we saw 2 interesting teams fighting for playoffs. First, it was the Capitals, as they clinched the last playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, beating up Pittsburgh, Philly, and Detroit, beating Philadelphia 2-1. Philadelphia pulled their goalie due to needing to win in regulation and have any shot at making the playoffs, and they wound up giving up the empty net goal, which wound up being the game winner for the Washington Capitals. So bad stuff there for Philadelphia. Washington has now won 3 straight, 4-5, and finished the year with a 40-31-11 record, while the Flyers, now eliminated, have lost 9 of 11 and finished the year with a 38-33-11 record. So no good stuff there for Philadelphia. For the Capitals, Oshie had a goal and an assist, including the empty net winner, and Ovechkin also scored for the Capitals in the win, while Johnson was a lone goal scorer for the Flyers in the loss. So a balance there for Philadelphia. Then the other game that featured a team fighting for a playoff spot, we saw Detroit Red Wings almost lose to the Montreal Canadiens 4-3. But thanks to this goal here on Sportsnet, but Perron was able to score a goal with, I think it was about 4-3 seconds left in the period and in the game to save the Red Wings season for that point, got extra points. At that point, it had eliminated the Philadelphia Flyers. They didn't know that, pulled the goalie. Caps wound up putting an empty net goal in, wound up putting that game, and because of their win, they had the tiebreakers, the Detroit Red Wings wound up being eliminated. So bad stuff there for Detroit. They would end up winning this game 5-4 in a shootout, which is good for them, but they are now eliminated. So bad stuff there for Detroit, as they have won 3 straight, ended with a 4-game point streak, and finished the year with a 42-31-9 record, while the Canadiens have a 5-game point streak, and finished the year with a 30-36-16 record. So not good stuff there for the Canadiens. For the Red Wings, Sprong had a goal and an assist, Gostisbehere had 2 assists, and Sider, Valeno, and Perron also scored in regulation, with Kane being the lone show goal scorer for the Red Wings in the win, while Gallagher and Slavkovsky both had a goal and an assist, and Caulfield and Newhook both also scored for Canadiens in the shootout loss. So a bad loss there for Montreal. Then we saw the Florida Panthers score 5 consecutive goals and wound up downing the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-2, as with the win and the Bruins loss, they wound up winning the Atlantic. They have a 4-game winning streak, a 6-game point streak, and they finished the year with a record of 52-24-6, while the Leafs have lost 4 straight and fall 26-25-10 the year. Snuggers up there for Toronto. For the Panthers, Reinhart scored twice, Bennett had a goal and an assist, Barkov and Kachuk both had 2 assists, and Verhaeghe and Montour both also scored for the Panthers in the win, while Gregor and Tavares were 2 goal scorers for the Leafs in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Leafs. Then we saw Winnipeg Jets get out to a 2-goal lead and beat the Seattle Kraken 4-3, as they have won 7 straight and improved to 51-24-6, while the Kraken have lost 4 straight and fall to 33-35-13. So here's it there for Seattle. For the Jets, Connor scored twice, Ehlers and Toffoli both had a goal and an assist, and Shifley, Morris, and Pionk added 2 assists for the Jets in the win, while Gord had a goal and an assist, and Cartier and Tatar also scored for the Kraken in the loss. So bad loss there for Seattle. Then we saw the Golden Knights get out to a 2-goal lead and wound up downing the Chicago Blackhawks 3-1, as they have won 3 straight and improved to 45-28-8, while the Hawks have lost 6 of 7 and they fall to 23-53-5. 5. So Nuggets out there for Chicago. For the Knights, McNabb, Mario, and Roy were 3 goal scorers for the Golden Knights in the win, while Dickinson was 1 goal scorer for the Blackhawks in the loss. So a bad loss there for Chicago. Then we saw the Vancouver Canucks strip out to a 3-goal lead and wound up down to the Calgary Flames 4-1, as they have a 4-game point streak, improved to 50-22-9, and at that point have officially clinched the Pacific Division. So very good stuff there for the Canucks, while the Flames have lost 10-14 and fall of 37-39-5. So Nuggets out there for Calgary. For the Canucks, Myers had a goal and assist to Miller. This goal from Höglander, Medical Sportsnet, but Höglander was able to score the second goal of the game for the Canucks, give them a 2-0 lead. So very good stuff there. So Miller, Höglander, and Joshua also scored for Canucks in the win, while Paco was a 1-goal scorer for the Flames in the loss. So a bad loss there for Calgary. Those are all the games that happened over on Tuesday. Going over to the 4 games that happened on Wednesday. First, the Islanders overcame a few deficits to beat the Penguins 5-4, as they have a 9-game point streak, have won 8 of 9, and finished the year with a 39-27-16 record, while the Penguins have lost 3 of 5 and finished the year with a 38-32-12 record. So Nuggets there for Pittsburgh. For the Islanders, both Duke Nelson and Holmstrom all had a goal and an assist, and Palmieri and Tzidkas both also scored for the Islanders in the win, while Malkin had a goal and an assist, Bunting and Krause both had 2 assists, and Carter, in what will be his final game, he retired after the game, Pustainen and Raquel also scored for the Penguins in the loss. So a bad loss there for Pittsburgh to end the season, as they have now been eliminated. The Lightning jump out to a 5-goal lead, wound up beating the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-4, as they've ended their 3-game losing streak and finished the year with a 45-29-8 record, while the Leafs have lost 4 straight and finished the year with a 46-26-10 record. So Nuggets out there for Toronto. For the Lightning, Paul Duclair and Kucherov hit assist number 100 in that game, and Hagel all had a goal and an assist. Stamkos had 2 assists, and Point and Janot also scored for the Lightning in the win, while Dewar and Kampf both had 2 assists, and Holmberg, Reeves, Tavares, and Brody were the 4-goal scorers for the Leafs in the loss. So once again, bad loss there for the Leafs, limping into the playoffs. Then we saw Dallas Stars wind up tying the game and coming back to winning a shootout 2-1 over the St. Louis Blues, as they have now won the West, as they have won 4 of 5, and they finished the year with a 52-21-9 record, while the Blues have a point in 5 of their last 6 games and finished the season with a 43-33-6 record. So Nuggets out there for St. Louis. For Stars, Marchand was a 1-goal scorer in regulation, Robertson 1-goal scorer in a shootout for the Stars in the win, while Thomas was 1-goal scorer for the Blues in the loss. So a bad loss there for St. Louis. Then we saw the Arizona Coyotes, what will be their final game in Arizona, go out strong as they got down the Edmonton Oilers 5-2, thanks to this goal here from Lawson Crouse from Local Sportsnet. But Crouse will make the game a 3-1 game in the middle of the third period and wound up being the eventual game winner. So very good stuff there for Crouse, as he gets the last game-winning goal in Arizona Coyotes history, at least for the time being. So bad stuff there for Arizona, as they have won 3 of 4 and finished the last year in Arizona with a record of 36-41-5, while the Oilers have lost 3 of 4 and fall to 49-27-6. For the Coyotes, Gunter had a goal and an assist. O'Brien, Michelli, Krause, and Durzu scored the last goal in Coyotes history, also scored for the Coyotes in the win, while Carrick and Fogle were 2-goal scorers for the Oilers in the loss. So a bad loss there for Edmonton as they lose ground in the division. Those were 4 games that happened over on Wednesday, going over to the 6 games that happened yesterday on Thursday. First, the Seattle Kraken scored multiple goals twice and held on to beat the Minnesota Wild 4-3, as they've ended their 4-game losing streak and finished the year with a 34-35-13 record. Well, the Minnesota Wild have lost 5 of 8 and finished the year with a 39-34-9 record. So Nuggets out there for Minnesota. For the Kraken, Gord scored twice, Tanev and Bjorkstrand both had 2 assists, and Beniers and Cartier both also scored for the Kraken in the win, while Boldy had 2 assists, and Zuccarello, Kaprizov, and Faber were 3-goal scorers for Wild and loss. So bad loss there for Minnesota. Then we saw the Winnipeg Jets break a tie in the third period, thanks to this goal here from Nikita Chibrikov from Local Sportsnet. But Chibrikov was able to get the 3-2 goal, his first career NHL goal, and that wound up being the game winner, as the Winnipeg Jets were able to down the Vancouver Canucks 4-2, as they have won 8 straight and finished the year with a 52-24-6 record, while the Canucks 4-game point streak ends and they fall to 50-23-9 on the season to finish up the season. So very bad stuff there for the Canucks. Perfetti scored twice, Velarde and Chibrikov, like we said, first career NHL goal, both also scored for Jets in the win, while Garland had a goal and an assist, and Lindholm also scored for Canucks in the loss. So a bad loss there for Vancouver. Then we saw the Flames go out on a high note and end the season strong, as they destroyed the San Jose Sharks 5-1, as they have won 4 of 6 and they finished the year with a 38-39-5 record, while the Sharks have lost 5 of 6 and they finished the year with a 19-54-9 record. So bad stuff there for San Jose, not even reaching the 20-win mark. For the Flames, Coleman had a goal and an assist, and Rooney, Klapka, Rieger, and Shillington also scored for the Flames in the win, while Zerlin was a lone goal scorer for the Sharks in the loss. So bad there for San Jose. Then we saw the Avalanche take a little bit of revenge from the last game and wound up beating the Edmonton Oilers 5-1, as they wound up having a point in 3 of the last 4 games, and they finished the year with a 50-25-7 record, while the Oilers have lost 4 or 5, and they finished the year with a 49-27-6 record. So bad stuff there for Edmonton. For the Avalanche, Nichushkin scored twice, McKinnon had 2 assists, and Parise, Randy, and Manson also scored for the Avalanche in the win, while Holloway was the lone goal scorer for the Oilers in the loss. So bad loss there for Edmonton. Then we saw the Anaheim Ducks score a couple of early third period goals that helped them down the Vegas Golden Knights 4-1, as they have a point in 3 of their 5 games, and they finished the year with a 27-50-5 record, while the Knights have their 3 winning streak end, and they fall to 45-29-8 to finish up the season. So very bad stuff there for Vegas. For the Ducks, Vetranos had a hat trick, Lacombe had a goal and assist, and Stroman had 2 assists for Ducks in the win. Eichel lone goal scorer for the Knights in the loss. So balance there for Vegas. And then we saw the LA Kings blow a 2-goal lead, but recovered and beat the Chicago Blackhawks 5-4 in OT, as they have won 3 or 4, and they finished the year with a 44-27-11 record. Well, the Hawks have lost 6 straight and finished the year with a 23-53-6 record. So that's up there for Chicago. For the Kings, Arvidsson, who scored 2 goals and 8 assists, and Deneau, who had 3 assists, both had 3-point nights, and Moore, Kempe, who had the OT winner, and Byfield all had goal and 8 assists for the Kings in the win, while Deneau had goal and 8 assists, and Anderson, Reichel, and Tyler Johnson also scored for the Hawks in the OT loss. So bad loss there for Chicago. So those are all the game reviews from the past couple of days. Lots of interesting games that happened to finish up the season on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Going over to a quick look here at how the teams did this year compared to how they did last year. So with the season now being finished, we can compare how these teams did this year compared to how they're doing last year. So Panthers finished with 110 points. They're 18 ahead of where they were last year. Red Wings finished with 91 points, 11 ahead of last year. Canadiens finished with 76 points, 8 ahead of last year. Bolts at 98 points were the exact same point total as they were last year. Buffalo Sabres were 7 points lower than where they were last year with 84 points. The Senators at 78 points were 8 points lower than last year. The Leafs at 102 points were 9 points lower than where they were last year. And the Bruins with 109 points were 26 points lower than where they were last year. So interesting stuff there. The Flyers with 87 points were 12 points ahead of last year. The Caps with 91 points were 11 ahead of last year. The Rangers with 114 points and the Jackets with 66 points were both 7 points ahead of last year. The Islanders with 94 points was a point ahead of last year. The Canes with 111 points, 2 points lower than last year. The Penguins with 88 points, 3 points lower than last year. And the Devils with 81 points, 31 points lower than last year. If you look at the Central, the Jets with 110 points are 15 points ahead of last year. The Blues with 92 points are 11 ahead of last year. The Preds with 99 points and the Coyotes with 77 points were both 7 ahead of last year. The Stars with 113 points were 5 ahead of last year. The Avalanche with 107 were 2 lower than last year. The Hawks with 52 were 7 lower than last year. And the Wild with 87 were 16 points lower than last year. And then if you look at the Pacific, the Canucks with 109 points were 26 points higher than last year. The Ducks with 59 points was 1 point higher than last year. The Kings with 99 points were 5 points lower than last year. The Oilers with 104 points were 5 points lower than last year. The Flames with 81 points were 12 points lower than last year. The Sharks with 47 points were 13 points lower. The Knights with 98 points were 13 points lower. And the Kraken with 81 points were 19 points lower. Bad stuff to see Calgary, San Jose, Vegas, Seattle, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Boston all fall so hard from how they're doing last year. But interesting and good to see guys like Florida, Detroit, Philly, Washington, Winnipeg, St. Louis, and Vancouver do so much better this year than how they were doing last year. So lots of interesting stuff there. Going over to a quick look here at the standings, the final standings of the 2023-2024 season. So as of it sits right now, here is the wildcard standings for the last time for the NHL regular season. The Florida Panthers win the Atlantic Division with 110 points, followed by 109-point Boston and 102-point Toronto. 114-point New York Rangers won the Metro, the East, and the President's Trophy. They were followed by 111-point Carolina and 94-point NYI. Then you had 98-point Tampa, first wild card. You had 91-point Washington, second wild card. And the eliminated teams were 91-point Detroit, 88-point Pittsburgh, 87-point Philly, 84-point Buffalo, 81-point Jersey, 78-point Ottawa, 76-point Montreal, and 66-point Columbus. And those are teams that are also looking in. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, the Dallas Stars with 113 points won the Central Division and the Western Conference. They were followed by 110-point Winnipeg and 107-point Colorado. Then you have Vancouver with 109 points won the Pacific. They were followed by 104-point Edmonton and 99-point LA. The 99-point Nashville was first wild card, 98-point Vegas was second wild card, and they were followed by the eliminated 92-point St. Louis, 87-point Minnesota, 81-point Calgary, 81-point Seattle, 77-point Arizona, 59-point Anaheim, 52-point Chicago, and 47-point San Jose. And those were the teams that are also looking in the Western Conference. So lots of interesting stuff there, lots of interesting ways the standings standings wound up shaping out after the regular season finishes up. And lastly here, going over to a quick look here at the game previews for next year. Now, as of the recording of this video, which is on Friday, there are no games scheduled for today. Today's a day off. It's the day in between games. There was games on Thursday. There's going to be games on Saturday, but there's no games on Friday. So on Saturday, which is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time, is game 1 between the Islanders and the Hurricanes as that series gets underway. And at 5 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Boston Bruins in game 1 of their series. So that's going to be interesting. Then on Sunday, you have at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, game 1 between the Bolts and the Panthers as the Battle of Florida gets underway. At 12 p.m. Pacific time, the President's Trophy winning New York Rangers look to take a 1-0 series lead, taking on the second wildcard Washington Capitals. At 4 p.m. Pacific time, the Winnipeg Jets look to get the upper hand in Winnipeg, taking on a Colorado Avalanche team who's trying to get the upper hand to start with. And then the Vancouver Canucks, who won the Pacific Division, look to take a 1-0 lead, take on the Nashville Predators at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So those are all the games that happen over on Sunday. And then over on Monday, we have another 4 games of NHL action. First, at 4 p.m. Pacific time, the Leafs and Bruins will play game 2 of their series. The winner of game 1 will be looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Same thing with the Islanders and Hurricanes as they play at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Winner will be looking to try and take a 2-0 lead in game 2. Then at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, the Knights take on the Stars in game 1 of their matchup. And then at 7 p.m. Pacific time, in rematch 3 of the last 3 years, the Kings and Oilers open their matchup as they take on game 1 on Monday. So lots of interesting stuff there. 2 series to start tomorrow on Saturday, 4 series to start on Sunday, and then 2 more series to start Monday with 2 game 2s also on Monday. So lots of interesting stuff there in the playoff picture for the first couple of days of game action, which we'll touch on Tuesday. So definitely, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this down in the comment section below. We should surprised by the way the standings round up shaping up this year, or any of the games intriguing to you for the last 3 days of the regular season. Any games over on Tuesday, over on Wednesday, over on Thursday. Looking ahead to the playoff action that's happening this weekend, and what do you think about the teams and how they did this year to compare to how they're doing last year? Definitely, have to get your thoughts on all of that down in the comment section below. So I'm going to talk about for today. I'm going to tell you this video, and if you'd like to subscribe down below. Thank you all for your support. I'm not able to without you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to leave a comment on the comment section below so we can discuss in today's video. I also do a blog, talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that. So let me check that out. Leave a link in the description below. Don't forget to stay tuned. I'll be posting my playoff prediction video in the not too distant future, so stay tuned for that. But I can't wait to see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.